Hi, this has been a while since the ZA recording because I've been doing the channel's namesake and just procrastinating on this. So this is like 2 weeks out from when that video was posted, the last episode. And, that'll probably be a regular occurrence, but like, I should have this series posted regularly now that I've started the project. And yeah, this footage, as was said in the description of the last ZA episode, was recorded in 2024. So this is me watching back the footage that I recorded initially and commentating on it. So I'm not going to be able to do all of the dialogue because that would be a lot of editing for me. Because I wasn't like reading the dialogue aloud, I was just reading it in my head. And everyone reads in their head faster than they read aloud, so I'll try to do voices here and there, but I'm not going to get every single dialogue box. And for some reason, the like start of this is also, since it's in 2024, this is before this was ever announced for the Switch. Or before the XD was ever announced for the Switch, too. So, this is going to be on emulator. And the Dolphin emulator stutters a bit at the beginning here. Later episodes, it won't stutter as much. But anyway, we just blew up a compound. And now these two guys are those two guys were just, I don't know. Right now we don't really know what they're doing. And then this is also a thing that Dolphin likes to do. There's a setting that I change later, but initially I didn't know what was happening here. It's trying to, like, for some reason when the screen gets up some which ways, it thinks it's on a wider screen, but it's not put on a different screen, it's just the game is squished. I move to a specific point, you'll see a better example later. I'll move to a specific point on the game window, and then it like squishes itself, but I haven't actually touched the playable window. But yeah, this is the news. We blew up a Snag'em hideout, Team Snag'em's hideout, and stole the little arm bit. I don't know why I'm acting as if anyone who's going to watch this is going to be spoiled by anything that I say, but just in case. This was my first time playing Colosseum ever, so some people who see this may not have ever played Colosseum. And it's not available on the Switch too. This guy is asking us if we ever battled before because he's about to be the tutorial guy. He's about to be the tutorial battle as soon as we exit. But yeah, see, now it's back to regular. A really unfortunate name, Willie. Plus, it's been past a minute, but before 5 minutes. So I should probably mention, I have a Patreon and a Ko-Fi down in the description, that if anyone is generous enough and wants to donate like $1 or so, they are set to the lowest. There's nothing on them currently, but you know, the Ko-Fi, on the Ko-Fi's description, it reads that, you know, you can hire me to set up one of these PNG tuber models. I can't draw them, but I did. This is somebody else's artwork that I modified to make a model out of. So you can see that the fingers bounce and the Pokeball moves whenever I talk. And the head bobbles and the eyes move. So if anyone wants to hire me to do a model this simple, then you can, you know, pay me $5 on Ko-Fi, and I can, you know, take some artwork that you've already commissioned or your own artwork and rig it into one of these. And then the Patreon, I'll probably just post the raw video footage of any of my playthroughs. But, you know, you don't have to. If you could just subscribe, that would help immensely. But just, you know, Ko-Fi, Patreon, always there in the description if you want to. But the main thing is subscribe. I would like to make ad revenue on YouTube, so that I don't have to ask people to subscribe to a Patreon. And yeah, this first battle takes a while, because I'm trying to figure out all the keybinds that I have every button set to. This is a pretty interesting first battle though, like starting at level 25, double battle. I have an Umbreon and an Espeon. I kind of wish there were more games like this. This was a very unique experience compared to every other Pokemon game that I've played before. And it runs better. It generally runs better than Scarlet and Violet, not gonna lie. Haven't played Scarlet and Violet on my Switch 2 yet, though, so they might run better on that, but definitely runs better than on the Switch. Wiped out. I still need seasoning. And now he's telling us to go to the first city, Phoenix City. So that's where we'll go. Me in the past. And it's stuttering, and it's stuttering, and it's stuttering. And now the two guys that we saw leave the diner are carrying a suspicious duffel bag, or a suspicious rucksack of something that is wriggling around. And since we interrupted them, carrying a lot, stutter again. I swear, it gets smoother, I swear. But yes, since we interrupted them, we are now battling them. which, I don't know, kind of a weird take, kind of a weird choice in the game design, because we just had our tutorial battle with the Zigzagoon, and then we immediately entered this town and have a second tutorial battle with another 2 normal types that, I don't know, maybe the Zigzagoon are just like considered generally weaker, and then this is like a small upgrade just to get you a little more acclimated. Defeated shady guy Folly. What? No, what are you talking about? I'm not Team Snag'em. I blew up their base. You can... It's kind of weird that you can see the cast form's shadow, but the trainer is right here. The cast form's still doing laps around the fountain, even though his trainer with the visor is here. Smidgen on the tight side. And then here I thought it was still a cutscene. I thought he was going to untie. I didn't know that I had to walk up and untie them myself. Oops. Yeah, Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia was the first time I had ever seen the word smidgen written down. And my name is Wes, and your name is Rui, as it should be. I don't know who Anka is. A peculiar Pokemon. No, they looked ordinary to me. And now we're being told to go to the mayor for advice. A little while. Yeah, just a little while. Just a little while. Uh. Yeah, this was when I noticed this was going to be a problem. Yeah, it's not the wall. But whenever you get close to the bookcase... Duh. Yeah, why does it... Oh yeah, it was just like when you get up close to an interactable. And Rui was in front of me, okay. Okay. I should have fixed the screen snapping to a wider resolution. There was like a small cut. And yeah, guy running with his cast form. Based king. Oh yeah, and because you're starting out at level 25, the game preps you with 2 of every healing item. Well, 2 of every early healing item. I don't have a Pokemon of my own yet, but I come here every day. They have all sorts of Pokemon merchandise. If your Pokemon's hurt or weak, then you should get a potion. Every trainer should carry at least 2. This is an interesting Pokemon because they have 2 floors. Floor 1 is healing items, and floor 2 is more healing items. Because they have this first floor has potions and heals. Potions and status heals. And then, like, floor 2 has, I think, X items. Yeah, this is the game telling you that you don't need awakenings. You can, if a Pokemon falls asleep, you can just call out its name. So awakenings are useless. And then yeah, X items up here. Which I never ever use. There's no wild Pokemon around here. So there's no demand for Pokeballs, meaning nobody sells them. That's common knowledge, though. Not for like another year. Because it's in Pokemon XD that wild Pokemon start appearing. So, young one, how about indulging this old man in a Pokemon battle? Fun old man, Drig. And then, yeah, I think Return. I think your Umbreon and Espeon start out with, like, the friendship that they require to evolve. So, like, Return on Espeon here is actually pretty good. It's not max power, but it's still pretty good. It's doing about as much as Confusion. Stab Confusion on an Espeon. Ah, yes, you're young, but you got a bit of spine. Yeah, the people from the ghetto over yonder. It would never be anyone from this town, because this town is sophisticated and participates in society. Nothing but news about Team Snag'em on every channel. Usually they have at least one channel showing anime or something. My Japanese anime. I'm giving everyone like a country accent because this is supposed to be Utah. So, you know. This is supposed to be like Utah or Arizona or someplace. So, everyone would have a country accent. Front of the ball. Front of the chest. Access the front of the chest. There you go. Yeah, the team that made this took heavy inspiration from Gen 1 when the Pokeballs were the same size sprite as... I guess you're a traveling trainer. I like what I see in your expression. I have a feeling I may see you again. But yeah, anyway, I think they took inspiration from Gen 1 where the Pokeball sprite, the overworld Pokeball sprite, was as big as the trainer. And so they just like, oh, it's not a Pokeball. It's a chest that looks like a Pokeball. And this is Mare Escade. What may I do for such a pretty young lady? I saw it. Saw it? And what did you see? I saw a peculiar Pokemon. A Pokemon that gave off a black aura. Young lady, I don't like the way you said black.
I don't like the way you said black there.
Oh my, a Pokemon like a fighting machine. Now, if that were true, that would truly be frightening. I was made a prisoner of some frightening men until just a little while ago.
I see. I understand. I will order investigation at once.
You will? Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Oh no, there's no need to thank me. I'm a politician after all. We mustn't allow thugs to do as they wish. I'll ask that you give me a little time on this matter, but I promise, something will get done. Maybe just a couple papers, but, you know, it's something. Why don't you go visit the stadium, children? No, don't go upstairs.
Oh, hi. Must be nice to travel. I didn't hear what she said, but... yeah, obviously that is Escade's hooker. Sex worker, sorry. Sex worker. A long time ago, this area was barren of life. Neither people nor Pokemon could live in this blighted land. It was the mayor's grandfather, the first mayor, who founded Fennec by drawing water from I forget where. It's because of the people in the ghetto over yonder. I don't want anything to do with them. This town was peaceful. Dang, even this Zigzagoon is racist.
I'm no good at schoolwork, but I'm pretty hot stuff at Pokemon. You're a trainer too? Alright, here we come.
Roller boy... Kaib. Kaiba. Kaiba. No. It's no use. Oh, cool.
Ouch, no, hold up.
Oh, wait, was that the voice I gave him? I don't remember. I already forgot. A TM41. Torment? I think it's Torment. TM41 is Torment in some game. I don't remember which.
I really look up to Justy, the leader at the pre-gym. He's really cool. Of course, he's also kind of a weeb.
And yeah, this is basically the trainer school. But unlike most trainer schools, there's actually a pretty tough gauntlet once you get later in the game. Well, yeah, obviously. Oh, that's a Pokemon digital assistant. West showed the P-Star DA. I don't know if you actually have to come back to her. I think the PDA, the Pokedex part of the PDA just automatically updates, but I don't think I ever used it.
Hello. Judging by your appearance, I'd say that you're traveling. Well, what do you think? Since you're already here, do you feel like having a little battle? When you're ready to go to the battle arena in the center and stand on the left side.
Thank you, cheerleader. You'll be facing 4 trainers. They're a handful, so be ready. Do you feel like taking on some grass-type Pokemon? Then I'm the one you want. Cool trainer Botan. Boating these nuts.
Ow! Ow, stop it! Stop just throwing seeds at me. It's not even in bullet formation. You're just like throwing a pack of seeds at me.
And easy peasy. Or easy seedsy. I'm gonna toughen up some more. I mean, I really don't have any other Pokemon at the moment, so there's no reason to change anything up.
Leave water-type battling to me. I'll teach you how to get wet.
Cool Trainer Liquid would like to battle. Yep, mouse on screen. Everyone ignore the mouse. So there's an extended period of time where I'm not talking, and I thought I'd need to fill it with a Patreon and Ko-Fi promotion. The Patreon is $5 a month. The Ko-Fi is, you know, however much you want to donate. And on the Ko-Fi, you can commission me to rig a PNG Tuber Plus model. But the big thing is please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Holy shit, that Meryl's tanky. Took a stab psychic and a stab bite.
I was impressed by your Pokemon. My goal is to become the ultimate water-type battle. Back to more training, I guess.
You have a ways to go to beat Misty. And then there are people stronger than her, so...
Well, it doesn't matter. You can learn how to be a proper trainer from me, the 10-year-old.
Duggo. Rich boy Duggo. Not Doug. Doug-O. The O is after the G. God, not Dig. Might as well reflect. You're tough, even though you don't look it. way you battle is interesting. You might say it's unique, or maybe you'd say it's dumb. I'd say it's dumb. Yep. Lady Gwyn. Not with a Y or an E, but with an I. Gwyn. 'Cause I'm gonna win. Not gonna lie, that Rhyhorn scared me. Having a Rhyhorn this early in the game. Yeah, we're just doubling into the Rhyhorn to try and get it out early. I do not want to take a Horn attack this early in the game. And you know it would have Horn attack. Ow. I must commend you, for your battle was well played. I don't know what that sentence said. Yeah, sophisticated. Hitting people with rocks is very sophisticated. Whoa, that was inspiring. It deserves a gift. I want you to have this. Wes obtained Yaoi Manga. You don't have a full party of Pokemon yet. When you get 6 of them, I'd like you to come back. That's when I'll be your opponent. I'm looking forward to it. I don't like the way you said that, man. Sand Slash? You didn't have a Sand Slash. You didn't have an Aron. What the fuck's going on around here? Bisha, Bisha. Bisha, Bisha. Nozzle. 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 Absolutely nothing down there. Okay, now let's go to the place we were actually told to go to. Did you know? No. They say that Team Snag'em's hideout was blown up. Who could have done such a thing? And yeah, this early part of the game is really weird because they ask you to come in here. But there's nothing, you can't register for the Colosseum challenge. But you have to come in here to advance the story. So they ask you to come into like a building that you can't do anything in, just to exit and start another battle. I was hoping to participate in the challenge, but I was disappointed. By the time I got here, the challenge had already started. Would have liked to win that cash prize and technical machine. But yeah, they ask you to come in here to tell you that you can't do anything in here, to come out to start this battle. Reckon the hideout wasn't good enough for you, so you rip off the snag machine? You've got some nerve.
Who are these people? And what do they mean by traitor? Wes, you mean...
That's right, pretty lady. He's from Team Snag'em just like us. But he's no ordinary member. He's a snagger. He's the best Team Snag'em that's snagging the Snag'em snag.
No way. Then it must be true. This is a little shocking.
Hey, Wes, come on. Hand it over. Give back the snag machine you ripped off. The snag machine's built for trainers. When a trainer puts a snag machine on their arm, ordinary Pokeballs turn into snag balls. Hey, you blabbermouth, keep your mouth shut. Who's talking? We have the same voice.
Yeah, this is getting nowhere. If you won't give it up easily, I'm gonna battle you. Me, Team Snag'em Wakin.
Phoenix?
No!
Bite the core fish, confusion the caffeine. Yep. K.O. Ow. I don't know what type that was, but I think it was grass. I think it looks like Needle Arm. I'm not sure. It may be normal type. Maybe normal type secret power.
No, I'm not good enough.
Bless you, Wes, don't you know? We gotta get that snag machine back, just you wait.
Well, what do you know, Wes? You're from Team Snag'em. To be accurate, former Team Snag'em. It's okay, Wes. My father is...
Nope, I'm not gonna make that joke. I'm not gonna make that joke. Nope, You'll never know what it was. I'm not gonna say it. You'll never know what that joke was. Just so we don't get ambushed. Oh yeah, she mentioned needing Pokeballs, and I forgot that this place doesn't sell Pokeballs. And then I talked to this guy again. The Outskirt Stand sells them. But you have to keep that a secret. God damn it, Rui. That's also going to be a regular occurrence in this game, is that whenever you try to walk, whenever you try to retrace your steps, Rui's in the way. If they ever remake this game, I hope they make Rui, I hope they make it like Pokemon Ranger, where Rui just like disappears into your character sprite. Well, I guess like Final Fantasy as well, because all of the characters like disappear into your sprite whenever you're walking around. Just so it's easier to move around. And also, they should probably change this beginning part, because I had to go into the empty Colosseum and then come out to have a Pokemon battle, to come back here to the outskirt stands, to buy Pokeballs, to go back into Phoenix City, and do the little event with the mayor. Like, they probably should have just made it to where you get Pokeballs here, or like, I don't know, all of that beginning stuff, all of the beginning stuff of like Rui's being kidnapped happens here and not in Phoenix City. Like, have it to where, you know, you hear the bag rustling, and so you go to investigate it, and you open it up and it's Rui, and then those two guys challenge you to a Pokemon battle, and you battle them and you win, and then you rescue Rui, and then come in here and get the news that Team Snag'em hideout blow up, and then the Team Snag'ems, you know, enter the restaurant. I guess this is a restaurant. They like enter the restaurant and they're like, "Hey, you blew up our base." And then you have the battle with them, and then that guy is like, "Thanks for kicking them out, but is it true that you used to be part of Team Snag'em? And that you have a snag machine? You know, I probably shouldn't be doing this, but here's some Pokeballs." You know, just to get all of the unnecessary back and forth out of the way. Just have that all here, and then once you have Pokeballs, then go to Phoenix City, try and report to the mayor, and then, you know, the stuff with, the stuff that's about to happen happens, and you don't actually ever speak to the mayor. Or maybe you do actually speak to the mayor, but then the stuff happens while the mayor is there. I don't know. But I guess you wouldn't... There wouldn't really be a way to work in that cutscene with the guy who was dressed in purple. So... No, right, come again. And now back to Phoenix City. Some tough-looking characters came through earlier. Well, some tough-looking characters came through earlier. I'm Willie. This is my voice now.
Something terrible's happened. I think I saw 2 creeps who took off with the truck earlier. A whole lot of scary men came here. I think I even saw those 2 creeps at the truck earlier. Hey, you two, there's serious trouble. I think they went off towards the pre-gym. Saw a bunch of scary-looking people going towards the mayor's house. It won't matter if those... I'm sure Justy won't let them... Man, I really didn't give a shit, did I? I really didn't give a shit what these people had to say. Master Mirror B, it's him. He's the one who took the girl from us. Ow! What voice do I give Mirror B? Do I give him a voice yet? I think we'll leave that till episode 2. He's basically telling us not to go snooping around. And that they need Rui back for some reason. We don't know yet. Last time you caught me off guard. That's not gonna happen again. Mirror B, Peon, Folly. I don't want to see that. Plus, it's been past a minute, so I should probably mention, I have a Patreon and a Ko-Fi down in the description. That if anyone is generous enough and wants to donate like $1 or so, they are set to the lowest. There's nothing on them currently, but you know, the Ko-Fi on the Ko-Fi's description, it reads that, you know, you can hire me to set up one of these PNG Tuber models. I can't draw them, but I did. This is somebody else's artwork that I modified to make a model out of. So you can see that the fingers bounce and the Pokeball moves whenever I talk. And the head bobbles and the eyes move. So if anyone wants to hire me to do a model this simple, then you can, you know, pay me $5 on Ko-Fi, and I can, you know, take some artwork that you've already commissioned or your own artwork and rig it into one of these. Oh, blast, I got tripped again. But now, we battle Trudley. And this is the reason why we had to get Pokeballs.
go, Makuhita.
Wes, it's that one. That Pokemon. Those jerks captured me because I saw that Pokemon. I can see its black aura coming from it.
Rui, you really gotta work on the way you say black.
Wes, be careful. This Pokemon is dangerous. I hate to say this, but you gotta snag him. Actually, only you can do it. We have to save him.
Reflect just because I don't want anything to faint. And then we're going to try and lower it down. Bite didn't do too much, and it flinched. So a helping hand bite should do just a little bit more, but not KO it. Oh god. Oh, that hurt. And then another helping hand bite should just do the same amount of damage. And it crits. Okay, let's try that again. Mouse on screen. Okay, that time we crit the or no, wait, I think I used return, didn't I? I tried to do return, didn't I? Yep, black aura, uh-huh. It's gonna kill me, I know. Ooh, that's not good. Drastic measures. Since we're leered, I don't want to get KO'd by a cross chop. So we're going to reflect to negate the leer. Well, at least stifle it a little bit. Ow. We're gonna taunt it so it can't use cross chop. And then I'm gonna confusion and hope that it doesn't KO. And it just barely doesn't. But now it's been taunted, so it can't use cross chop twice in a row. I thought maybe taunt works different in this game than it regularly does. Or maybe it's because it was targeting Espeon and it already had like a move selected. I think taunt has been changed to do the thing that I think it does. Alright, go Pokeball! 1, 2, 3. Easy ace. Easy ace. What? My Pokemon! Darn it, but you're good. Hey, what are you saying? You're not supposed to say that to him. He's our enemy. We got flattened again. Marabee's gonna chew us out. What do we do? What is there to do? Run away? Oh yeah, we could do that. You did it, Wes. You stole a Pokemon. Where's the mayor? We've come from the mayor. His sex worker's still up here. But now comes the starter choice. You don't get a normal starter choice at the beginning of the game. You get Espeon and Umbreon, and that's who you start out with. But now, you get a choice between Bayleef, Croconaw, or Quilava. When exiting this town. So you pick one of those three, and you continue the rest of the game with them. Oh yeah, I forgot to save. I came back and I forgot to save. Oops. Playtime almost an hour. And we're still in the tutorial. So, you know, nothing's changed in Pokemon. The tutorial takes about an hour still. And then obviously I went for the superior choice of Bayleef. This was right after the first time I played Crystal, and my Meganium carried that Crystal playthrough. So I was kind of on... You can tell from the ZA playthrough that I have been since then on a Chikorita kick. Like, I still think I like Totodile more, but because Chikorita is underappreciated, I really like Chikorita's line. And then just like bite the Bayleef, Confusion the Grimer. Mystery Troop Verde sent out Spoink. Half health. Sit and reflect because I don't want to get hit by those body slams. Alright, now we just bite Spoink and... It's no good, it's not good at listening. Or it's no good, it's not listening. Not that it's not good at listening, but... Yeah, because I didn't really want to hit Bayleef with a stab, confusion, or return. And then I don't know the catch rate of starters, but I assumed it was high, that's why I used a Great Ball. And in this game, you can use 2 items in your turn, because your turn counts as 2 turns, and not the one like the regular games. Because it's something to do with how double battles are coded in the regular games, that you can only use 1 item, but both of your Pokemon can attack. But in this, it's like, no, all 4 Pokemon get a turn separately. And so you can use 2 items on your turn, quote unquote. Artificially closing the door to its heart. You artificially closed the door to its heart? Well, knowing that's not going to change anything. They're probably headed for Pyrite Town. And we'll head for Pyrite Town in the next episode of Pokémon Colosseum. After we heal. And save, because we caught a Shadow Pokemon. And so yeah, Patreon and Ko-Fi in the description. But the more important thing is please subscribe so that I can get paid by YouTube. Thank you.